All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Real quick, I just want to, do a little add-on, which originally I wasn't going to, but, as I was listening to the Apostle Ramlah's video, I saw it a little late, but about the more proof on the women, all right, and the comment, all right, that woman left, okay, just reading it was just an example of, and it's the spirit too, because the Lord purposely had, right after he did the first video, the Lord deliberately had you put the spirit on this woman to come out here and leave this comment, just proving exactly what the elder was saying, and I know brothers have done videos on it, but I'm gonna go a little more, address a particular part that she said, which that's why I have a couple of precepts here on it. All right. So, without further ado, all right, we'll just get into it, man, because at the end of the day, look, let me read the first. I'm gonna read it off my phone. So this is from Kwam Yabanath. It says, this comment is to edify, in all caps too. This comment is to edify and benefit the brothers, the true governing body of Yahweh Yahushai. 2 Timothy 4:2, reprove, rebuke, exhort with complete patience and teaching. So she's out here trying to throw shots like, oh, you're supposed to be teaching with patience, and basically, look, patience doesn't mean every single day of your life you're always soft-spoken and, oh no, that's not really how you do it, and that's not what it is. All right, the word patience means to suffer. Okay, but see, let me just keep reading. It says, Shalom Yasharala in parentheses, or in parentheses, with all respect, brother, why do our men continue to not accept their punishment? The woman was in submission in the ancient days, yet we all still ended up in captivity. It says, so this is a punishment, us being out of order. And if it's a punishment done by Yahweh, how and why do you continue to complain? So, and it's very vexing, and it infuriates you, because first off, who the hell are you, all right, to come on the elders comment board saying that, all right? Because where are you? Where are your videos at? What have you been doing? You look at the. I ain't never seen a camp of women out there in the dead of winter prophesying, man. Okay, going out there consistently day in and day out, man. All right, going out there when nobody was listening before YouTube, and then when YouTube came on, going out there putting out videos constantly throughout the week, and on top of that, going out there every single week, man. Keeping the high holy days. Okay. From our elders and their elders, was it a woman who the Lord put the spirit on to come out here and bring this truth out? You look at Elder Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, and all the other elders, man. Look, they got all gray hairs, man. And you look at videos of them when they first came in, they didn't have gray hairs. They were young men, and they stayed in this truth basically their whole life, man. From when the Lord woke them up, they've been faithful to the Lord from then all the way until now, and they're still going hard, man. Look how many videos they're putting out. All right, and you're gonna come on there talking, any kind of way, which you shouldn't even be saying anything at all, man. Look, just take the reproof and be quiet. You gonna come on the elders common board? Oh, yeah. Bro, it's not. And what you're saying is not even accurate. All right, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, the whole nation was off, man. All right, the whole nation was off. The scriptures say the woman was the weaker vessel. All right, and of the woman came the beginning of sin. So what are you talking about? Oh, well, women were in subjection and we still went into captivity. It says, if this is a punishment done by Yahweh, how and why do you continue to complain? Furthermore, respectfully, and you see that's what they do. They try to look, man. Don't come out here with a little you know, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna put a little science to make it look sweet and sugar coated, and I'm gonna really say what I want to say. You don't say nothing at all, man. It says, Yahweh. Oh, right. Yahweh looks past the daughters and what they do here because of the sins of our men/leaders. So why do you still complain? What scripture says that? The scriptures say the Most High is not a respecter of persons. And it tells you, man, it'd be a marvel if a sinner escaped, man. So hold on, I'm confused. During the time of Noah, right? When the Lord just flooded the earth, right? He just exempted all women from that, right? Oh, but wait, hold on. She said here, though. She said here. So all the women who get judged in today's day and age, all right, that's you know, I mean, the Lord just looked over that. Oops, and I you know, I missed that one. Ezekiel 9:4. Did the Lord not say slay even women and maids and little children? You know? But you saying how and why do we complain and not accept our punishment? But yo, time out. What are we doing right now? As a matter of fact, I'll just pull it up right here. Okay, what are we doing right now, man? The scriptures say whoever resisted his will. We ain't none of us can resist the Lord's will. It was the Lord's will that we would be punished by going into captivity. Do you not see us in captivity right now? All right. And on top of that, we are the ones closest to we are the only ones who are actually accepting our punishment. Look at the rest of these men in the world, man. Do they seem like they've repented and they're seeking the Lord and they're acknowledging their sins? This is was it Micah chapter, is it 7 and 9? I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Okay? And that's what we're doing, man. We're bearing the indignation of the Lord. Okay? And that's why we're going out there making our bodies a living sacrifice. We're the ones doing that. Okay? Going on, it says, so why do you still complain? The scriptures say make his ears heavy till he make Jerusalem a praise again. All right? Until you all, quote unquote, the governing body accepts punishment without complaining, making videos specifically on the woman. Oh my gosh. The stumbling block that all men seem to have. The woman will never be removed, and you will remain in your ways and be left here. I love you all, brothers, and this is purely for correction. Correction? Who the hell are you correcting? My man, you got a 0 on the final. You gonna come and correct somebody that got a 99? You know, by the way, you got a 99. That means you got one question wrong. Let me I know I got a 0, but let me correct you on the one question you got wrong. That's Job 39:17 tells you that, man. Lord didn't give you, now when he says wisdom, he didn't give you the understanding of the scriptures. All right. Yeah, that doesn't mean women are just straight dumb idiots. No, but they have their purpose. He didn't give you, this truth isn't for you. He didn't give you the knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. And that's why the title, it says what? Name one woman the Lord gave spiritual power to. All right. When the Lord gave super strength to Samson to defeat his enemies, when Elijah went and healed the woman's daughter and he called it not to rain, and all these different acts. All right. Even the acts in the New Testament by the apostles, which woman did the Lord give spiritual power to? Now, spiritual power is what? It's from the Holy Spirit. It's the Lord pouring his spirit out upon men, upon the earth, man. So if he's dealing with you so much, which one of you did he give that? Did he give that kind of power to, man? It says, and then you look at this. I love you all, brothers. No, we don't want your love. All right, and I'm gonna put it out there, like the elder said also in the beginning of this video. This isn't for every single woman out there. To be fair, all right. This is concerning the wicked wild brute beasts that call themselves women. Those who are doing what they got to do, man. Look, you don't have to. You don't have to show us that you're here watching and listening, and no, the Lord sees it. You know, the Lord acknowledges it. Whether we acknowledge your presence or not, that really doesn't do anything, because we're not the ones who are going to give you salvation. Salvation comes from the Most High. Okay. So you could be somebody that never comments in your life. Maybe you comment one or two things here, but really, there's no point to even comment. You could ask a question sincerely if you were sincerely confused about something a brother said. All right, but that's different, you know. But your presence, you don't have to make your presence known to us, you know, because even if we don't know who you are in that time, if you're of the elect, the Lord will pair one of us up with you. That's not of us, you know. It says, Yahweh Shai is close, and I pray this is edifying for you, brothers. 2 Thessalonians 3:15, man. No, it wasn't edifying. But anyway, let me get into it. All right. Address certain parts that were said. All right. Here it says what? The woman was in submission in ancient days, yet we all still ended up in captivity. Okay. So this is a punishment, us being out of order. So you're justifying you being out of order by saying that it's a punishment of the Lord, right? Okay, cool. Well, how about this? When the Lord uses Esau to punish us, right? Even the Assyrians, the scriptures talk about, Assyrians, the rod of mine anger. When you speak in contextually, the Lord used the Assyrians and the Babylonians and the Greeks and the Romans as punishments for Israel, right? He used them as whipping sticks, the same way he's using Esau as a whipping stick for us. But what's going to happen to Esau? All right. So what Esau is going to justify what he's doing by saying, well, this is a punishment from the Lord. So, I'm whipping your back, but hey, I got to do it. But what's going to happen to Esau for doing that? He's still going to get judged. All right. It says here, there we go. Furthermore, Yahweh looks past the daughters and what they do here because of the sins of our men/leaders. And we're going to get that. Because the scriptures say that the Lord changes not. Okay. So the same mindset he had in the past, he has that now. So let's read this. This is Numbers chapter 12, verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses. Now, Miriam was Moses' sister, and so was Aaron. Moses was the youngest, right? But let's read what happened. It says Miriam and Moses, so the both of them. It says because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. It says, and they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken by only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Okay. Now the man Moses was very meek above all men that were upon the face of the earth. And so you had a woman, right? Though she was his sister, and Aaron, though he was Moses' brother, they spoke against Moses, right? A man of the Lord. And Aaron, Slakia, and the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation, and they three came out. And the Lord came down in a pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words, if there be a prophet among you, if I the Lord, I the Lord will make myself known unto him in a vision, and I will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold, Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? All right. So they spoke against him. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, Moses and Aaron. And he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. But time out. The Lord called all three of them out. He excluded Aaron and Moses. All right. He excluded Aaron and Miriam. All right. He got at them. He ripped them a new one. And when he left, he was pissed off at both of them. But why did only Miriam get leprosy? Well, let me go back to the comment that she left here because see now the Lord don't change, right? So let's see out of these two, who did the Lord plague, man? Like she says here, furthermore, right, and quote unquote parentheses, respectfully, brother, Yahweh looks past the daughters and what they do here. But he didn't look past what they did in the past. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Because in the past, let's read what she said. In the past, it says what? The woman was in submission in ancient days. Yeah? So when Miriam came against Moses, the man of the Lord, that was her being in submission, wasn't it? And that's why the Lord cursed her with leprosy. Okay? It says, and Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly and wherein we have sinned. Both of them. But who did the Lord plague? Who did the Lord put the punishment on? He plagued Miriam, the woman. All right. But I thought she was in subjection. I thought she was submissive. All right. It says, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And where do you see that happening with these damn Edomite babies, man? But anyway, and Moses cried unto the Lord Yahweh, saying, heal her now, O power, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that, let her be received in again. So they threw her ass in the wilderness, man. All right. She was with a part of the camp, you know, and Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. And afterward, the people removed from Hazeroth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. So, you know, she was out there by herself, you know, probably hearing snakes slithering in the grass and all, you know, in the forest and all that, you know, hearing them owls, you know, probably getting scared. But hold up. Why did the Lord plague her with leprosy and not Aaron? Because, yeah, they both spoke against Moses, but she was a woman, so she was completely out of order for doing that. Okay? But I just want to address the fact that no, she was in submission. Remember, the women were in submission in the ancient days, you know, and the Lord looks past that, right? Even Sarah. Look, let's read this. Genesis 18:10. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. So, you know, she was, because when the angels came to Abraham, right, they were telling him, you know, because he was old, you know, and his wife Sarah, in her old age, she hadn't, you know, she was barren, right? So the angels are telling him, hey, don't worry about it, you old, whatever the case may be, but hey, at this you know, time appointed, your Sarah's gonna be pregnant, right? And she's listening, of course, you know, like, of course she goes, you know, shit out there behind the tent, you know, she's listening like, oh shit, what's going on there? You know, I'm trying to hear this, you know. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Yeah, because you have from a certain period, all right, you have a woman, she'll be in her prime. But after a while, you pass that stage, you know. It says, therefore, Sarah laughed. That's why Paul said, what? Let the young woman marry. All right. Therefore, Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxen old, shall I have pleasure? My Lord being old also. You know, so she was in disbelief. You You know, she was in disbelief. She's like, "Well, my old ass, how my old ass gonna have you know, a child, and my husband look, he's old as hell too, right?" And the Lord said unto Abraham, "Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child, which am old?" And of course, the angel knew because it was an angel. It said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee, and according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son." Check it. Then Sarah denied, saying, "I laugh not," for she was afraid. And he said, "Nay, but thou didst laugh." You see? So she tried to lie to the angel, knowing damn well that she laughed at him. We just read the scripture, all right, that she just laughed. But when the angel said, "Well, if I'm telling you you're gonna have a son, obviously, or you're gonna have a child, okay, being that the Most High is gonna allow you to have a child because there's nothing impossible for the Lord," her ass was laughing in her head, okay. And when the angel, when she was pressed about it, she's out here denying it, you know. But here we're gonna go into some more. All right. Now all I did was type in Jezebel, right? And Jezebel wasn't even an Israelite. She was a heathen. Okay. She was a freaking Hamite. It says it right there. And First Kings, and I'm just gonna scroll through, just reading certain accounts, all right, of what this woman did, showing us that the women were in subjection. All right. It says, and I'm being sarcastic with that. First Kings 16:31. "And it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat," and this he is talking about Ahab, the king of Israel, "that he took to wife Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Zidonians, and went and served Baal and worshipped him." Right? Now, let's read certain accounts of what Jezebel did, you know, showing her submission and all that, right? "For it was so when Jezebel cut off the prophets of the Lord, that Obadiah took 100 prophets and hid them by 50 in a cave and fed them with bread and water." Tell me out. So you had this woman, and she wasn't even an Israelite woman. She was a freaking heathen. All right. But showing you her submission, right? Because this was in the ancient days. Showing you the submission of women. She had the freaking nerve to kill the prophets of the Lord. All right. So she killed men, but not only men, but special men. All right. Prophets of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man. Okay. This basically says the same thing. Let's go down. Oh, look at this. 1 Kings 19:2. "Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time." So she was threatening Elijah, you know, that I'm saying, like, your ass is gonna be dead, you know. So she really thought she was running shit, you know, and showing you, look, man, she did. We're gonna read this part. It says, and these are just bits and pieces of the account. All right. It says, "But Jezebel his wife came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread?" Now this was after Ahab had tried to buy the field of Naboth. All right. But Naboth denied him. He said, "No, I'm not going to sell it to you." So Ahab came home and he was upset. You know, he was sad. Right. So that's why it says here, that's what Jezebel asked him. Right. And then he tells Jezebel, all right, this is what happened. He doesn't want to sell it to me, And this is her response. "And Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite." All right. So she's like, "Yo, aren't you supposed to be the king, man? Yo, get up, eat, do your thing. Don't worry about it, man. You're going to get that field or the vineyard." All right. And so what happened? She wrote letters, okay, to the elders of that city, and she sent it in the name of or the authorization of Ahab. It says, "And the men of his city, even the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants of his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them, and as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them." Right? Then they sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth is stoned and is dead. And it came to pass, when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which he refused to give thee for money, for Naboth is not alive but dead. So she took it within her power. All right, this heathen slut took it within her power. All right, and went and gave the order to put this man to death, just so she could take his. And the Lord judged and punished both of them for that, and the rest of the house of Ahab for that. Okay, because that was a wicked ass deed, man. That was a wicked ass act. You want to talk about the woman was in submission? She caused him to go off. All right. And caused the rest of the northern kingdom to go off under Ahab, man. Okay. Moving on. All right. This is another example. All right. Athaliah. Now, Athaliah was funny how she was the daughter of Jezebel and Ahab. Okay, but let's show the submission. All right, that and let's the judgment that happened to Jezebel. She was killed, man, and she was eaten. Her flesh, all that was eaten in the streets by the dogs, showing you how much the Lord looks past, the sins of these women, right? And I'm bringing all these examples in the past because what the same way the Lord judged these women in the past, He's gonna do the same thing now. All right, that time is gonna be bad, man. 2 Kings 11:1. And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw her son was dead, Ahaziah was king of Judah, right? So she would have been the queen mother. Now check this is what she did. It's not like she was like, oh, my son is dead. She said, look, she arose and destroyed all the royal seed. All right, meaning all the rest of the kids that had royal blood in them to come up and take the throne. She rose up and destroyed all of them, man. Why? Because so that she could rule. Okay, it's just gonna tell you that. But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons, which were slain, and they hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from Athaliah, so that he was not slain. And he was hid, he was with her hid in the house of the Lord 6 years, and Athaliah did reign over the land. So her wicked demonic ass, she had the nerve to slay the royal seed, man, so that she could rule and reign in his stead. Okay, and these accounts it was women. The same woman that this Quanath, whatever the rest of her name is, claims to be in subjection in the ancient days, to be submissive. All right, and the Lord looked past their the things they do. Right. Guess what? You know what happened to Athaliah? She got slain. All right, and this was all orchestrated by the Lord, man. This is Isaiah chapter 30, chapter 3. Verse 16. All right. Once again, now, and this is what? This is concerning, once again, you women, the daughters of Zion. All right. She's saying that they were submissive, right? They were in submission. Well, let's read what it says in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, the Lord saith, right? So she's saying that they were in submission in the ancient days, right? And this is what the Lord is saying. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the heads of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Right? This says the Lord will smite. Okay? In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cowls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and mantles and wimples and crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils, because our women were decked out in the ancient world, but the Lord took all that away, right? And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. When is this happening? It's happening now, man. All right. The Lord took away all that glory from our women and replaced it with this. Instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness. And you wonder why a lot of these women can't grow hair, man. All right, especially dealing with the Southern Kingdom, man. That's why they always wearing these weaves and these extensions and all these different things, because it's a curse from the Lord, man. Okay, instead of well set hair, baldness. But why would the Lord plague them with this if they were in submission? If everything was our fault, right? Why would the Lord plague the women for this? Oh, they just got thrown up in there, and all that, right? It says, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. And boy, I tell you, man, and I'm being straight up with it. You see some of these women, man, you might just confuse them with a man, all right? Because some of them are just like, boy, man, big ass, broad shoulders, gorilla walk, all right? Ass caving inward, that should be looking crazy, having truck tires in their midsection, all right? Want to talk about muffin tops, whatever, how they call that, chichos, it's bad, man, it's bad. But once again, these are some women, but nonetheless, this curse is upon the majority of our women, man. Their attitudes, all right, their looks, it's just, man, it is crazy, man. You walk around and it makes you just be like, I don't even want to deal with these. I don't even want to deal with the women of my nation, like, because you look at them, you be like, even if, and the problem is, even if she looks good, her attitude is like, you know what I'm saying, horrible, man. Hey, like the elder brought out, during camp last week, these women think they're 49ers, man. They're 4s thinking they're 9s. You see, man, look, man, it's not a good thing at all. All right. It's not good. All right. Moving on. Last precept. This is Isaiah 32:9. All right. Now this is towards, because this is a prophecy. All right. Reading again what she said. Furthermore, respectfully, brother, Yahweh looks past the daughters and what they do here because of the sins of our men / leaders. Hosea 4:12. So then that means that all women should be saved, right? In the time to come, there shouldn't be any women that are going to die or anything, because the Lord's looking past them. He's like, hey, don't worry about it. Let's read this. This is Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. This is a warning. And if you're in that mindset, you're at ease because you're like, well, the Lord's looking past me. I'm giving him hell and I'm being a demon because that's just punishment for him. So it's okay for me to do that because the Lord is using me as punishment for him, So he just got to shut up and take it. Guess what? It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, man. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. How is the Lord speaking? By his prophets, man. So really, you know what? Really, she coming against the Lord. She's coming against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because let me get it real quick. Matthew 10:20. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So when the elder, all right, Apostle Ramla was doing that video, it was the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rechakodash, that was speaking through him, man. The Lord was using him as a vessel to speak onto the congregation, man. Okay, so you coming and up and you, with all due respect and all that, really you speaking against the Lord, man, because the words that came out of that the elder's mouth were from the Lord. And you out here talking about you want to correct, so you trying to correct the Lord? You trying to reprove the Most High? The scriptures say, Amos 3:7, the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You ain't a prophet. Okay? You are not a prophet. That is for us to do. That is our job. All right? We don't come and tell you how to give birth. Okay? It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, man. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Because when this hell breaks loose, man, guess what? Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So when all this is happening, right, and the Lord blesses his men and he's protecting them and guiding them, right? And you think you're gonna come up in that day and try to beg and try to get with a man of the Lord? What you think? What man do you think is gonna want to get with you? Because we're gonna remember all the shit you were talking, man. You know, and you know we're gonna tell you, man. What happened to the Lord looking past you? You know, what happened to the Lord looking past the daughters of Israel, or the women, and what they do here? What happened to that? Go save yourself then. You know, go save, instead of supporting and backing us up. You out here, and once again, like I said, this is to the wicked women who think that they just know it all, right? Okay. Guess what, man? The Lord is gonna make everything known, man. All right, the Lord is gonna make everything known, because the order is Yahweh, Yahushai, the man, the woman, the child. Okay. So when an elder or brother does a correction video, or reproof video, or rebuke video, that's from the order of Yahweh to Yahushai, to the Spirit, onto that man. All right, to reprove or rebuke another man. Okay, Lord ain't just well, okay, I'm gonna go from Yahweh to Yahushai to the Spirit, and just jump the man and just come right to the woman. All right, she's gonna come up and rebuke him. The scriptures talk about a woman not usurping authority over a man. All right. And that's just plain and simple. Okay. So yeah, that was out of order, man. Look, you don't even have brothers coming up talking to the elders like that, man. You know. So it's vexing seeing that, because it's like, yo, do you understand what we go through out there, man? Do you understand the whatever season it is, man? All right. The scoffing and the shit talking and all these different things. All right, and how vexing it gets. You don't have to deal with that, so you don't understand, man. You know, you don't understand what these men have gone through. You don't understand the things that they've been through. Okay, and for them to keep on going and keep on pushing and staying in the spirit like that, man. Hey, you are completely out of order to even leave a comment on there, man, saying something like that. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Okay, Lord willing, this is edifying unto the elect. Just wanted to bring out that point, man, because at the end of the day, all right, the scriptures tell you point plain and simple, man. Okay. And as you can see in the title, man, Lord ain't blessed no a woman with spiritual power. She going out there, you know, she took out, ripping lions' jaws in half, you know, breaking the jawbone of an ass and slaying 1,000 people, you know, running through walls and shit, you know, doing backflips and cutting dudes' heads off. And that's that Hollywood movie stuff, man. Okay, that's that Hollywood movie, man. That's not reality. Okay, but nonetheless, like I said, I'm gonna end it here. Lord willing, this is edifying unto the elect, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.